What's poppin', guys? This is House Cat MMA, and right now I'm going to be going over my top 5 featherweight goats in the UFC. But before I get into all that, if you would just take a second to like and subscribe, I guarantee you that'll be the coolest thing you've done all day. Number 1 on this list is going to be Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo was fighting in the WEC, and he got the WEC featherweight belt off of Mike Brown in 2009. He then went on to defend against Manny Gambarian and Uriah Faber. Once the WEC and the UFC merged, Aldo was crowned the undisputed featherweight champion of the UFC. He was originally going to defend the title for the first time against Josh Grisby at UFC 125 on January 1st of 2011, but Jose Aldo kind of hurt himself a lot, so he was unable to fight on that card. But he was able to fight at UFC 129 and defended his belt against Mark Hominick. And then he went on to defend against Kenny Florian, Chad Mendes twice, Ricardo Lamas, Frankie Edgar, and the Korean zombie Chan Sung Jung. And of course, he lost the belt in 2015 to Conor McGregor. But after Conor McGregor decided he wanted to go up to lightweight, there was a interim featherweight title up for grabs, and Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar fought for that, and Jose Aldo won that. So, just sheer numbers, I'm giving the number 1 spot to Jose Aldo. And I think since the WEC and the UFC merged, I want to say his title defenses in the WEC count towards his UFC title defenses. I think. I'm not sure. So he arguably has 9 title defenses. But I'm going to say 7, but you could argue for 9. Number 2 on this list is Alexander Volkanovski. Volkanovski got the belt off of Max Holloway and defended it against Max Holloway twice, and defended against Yair Rodriguez and Chan Sung Jung and Brian Ortega. I'm putting him at number 2 because he beat Max Holloway twice, and he did defend the belt 5 times. And if you defend the belt 5 times in any weight class, that puts you somewhere in the top 5. And it's hard to beat a guy as high level as Max Holloway 3 times. It's hard to beat anybody 3 times. I'm putting Max Holloway in at number 3. Holloway got the belt off of Jose Aldo and defended against Jose Aldo and Brian Ortega and Frankie Edgar. He also has big wins that aren't title defenses. Like, he's got a win against Arnold Allen, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, the Korean zombie Chan Sung Jung, and he fought and lost to Conor McGregor back in 2013. But he's got a crazy amount of big wins. Oh, he's got a win against Charles Oliveira and Anthony Pettis, and I want to say Cub Swanson. So he's got a crazy amount of big wins. I think he's probably got more big wins than Aldo or Volkanovski. So no matter you got Aldo, Volkanovski, Max Holloway. I don't think you'd be wrong putting those guys in any kind of order. And number 4, it gets tricky around number 4 and 5. So if you want to, in the comments, tell me who you think should be number 4 and 5. I'm going to put Ilia Topuria in at number 4, even though if he stayed at featherweight, he'd probably be number 1. But he's 9-0 in the UFC, knocked out Volkanovski, choked out Bryce Mitchell, beat the brakes off of Josh Emmett, and he's now the lightweight champion. So you got to put him somewhere in there. And number 5, I'm going to go Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor made his UFC debut against Marcus Brimage, knocked him out pretty quick. He beat Max Holloway, he beat Dennis Seaver, he beat Dustin Poirier, and he beat Jose Aldo for the title, beat Diego Brandao. So I think you might have to put him somewhere in the top 5. It just gets so weird after number 3. He knocked out Aldo in 13 seconds, and then he went on to beat the brakes off of Eddie Alvarez. And after that, his career got a little weird. But I think you got to put him at number 5. I thought something really stupid. I was like, since the WEC and the UFC merged, maybe you could put Uriah Faber in at 4 or 5. But I kind of thought against that, because since they merged, don't they kind of become like almost but not quite the same entity? I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you think should be 4 and 5. I'm going Ilia Topuria and Conor McGregor. But that's pretty much all I have on that. Kind of a quick video today. This is House Cat MMA, and I'll catch y'all later.